How does multi-generational traveling work? I went away as a group of four. All of us were unknown to one another, and we decided to take a group journey to Sicily, where the plan was that we would go to Mount Etna and see some of the island and just see what happened and go with it as it uh, as it comes along. I thought that this would be a really nice trip because I live in a country where there is a lot of racism directed towards people of color. I thought that because the organizer of this excursion was Black trans femme who understood my disability issues and that I was just coming out of surgery to regulate my tachycardia, the irregular beat of my heart, that this person would take into account everything that I had said about my reservations of traveling as a group, about not wanting to be a hindrance. And what I found out in the end was that although we had had plenty of conversations, I had voiced my fears and anxieties about traveling with people, it still fell apart. I want to talk about what a crazy idea it was to go on this trip with so much openness and uncertainty, and also what a stupid idea it was because I don't think I'm really a group traveler kind of a person. To be fair, I'm not sure that I'm a group person. I like people, I like doing things with people, but I think that I've spent the majority of my life doing things with people. I come from a large family. My parents were rather dictatorial, as is the way of old Black Southerners. Their word was law. Their moods regulated everything. So I guess it kind of makes sense that coupled with coming from a large family and being the youngest, and coupled with being a young mother, which meant that I have always been with my children and space from them doesn't really exist. I guess when these things are put together, plus I'm an Aries and I'm very good at being on my own and at my own pace, when these things are put together, it makes sense that I would have a lot of anxiety about molding to the will of a group. It also makes sense that I would overcompensate for my insecurities about my mobility issues and my fatigue that I came into this picture with. I would compensate by pushing myself. And what I learned from this experience is that some of my fellow travelers actually liked my pace. They were more comfortable with the pace that I was going at and my choice to do what I wanted when I wanted, and let them feel like they also had agency. And the person that didn't, maybe they were lying. Maybe they like had a hookup and they just wanted to go with that. But they were furious that I was tired. I didn't want to run around all day. I needed time to myself because I was doing all of the driving, which must have been about 1,600 kilometers over the course of 9 days, which was exhausting. The terrain was often complicated. Driving on Italian highways is complicated. I was tired, and I also had to make sure to be sharp enough and aware enough to drive safely to get us where we needed to go. So, yeah, I got to experience ableism from someone that I thought I could trust, and I got to experience grace from people that I actually could trust. And I actually managed to have an experience that opened my eyes to some of the things that I really want out of life right now, which include not living in this racist country most of the time, and which also included really letting go of the idea that having things in common means safety. I'm really heartbroken by my disabilities and they're just my disabilities being used as a reason for so much anger and hostility, grumpiness. It's going to be a long time. I think it's actually going to be never. I don't see the point of traveling in a group unless it's family. I can travel with my adult sons. They know how to go do what they want to do. I know. I know how to do what I want to do. But yeah, this experience has left me with a lot of questions about community. I already knew that black, white, it doesn't matter. When we were planning this trip, I have a white friend who is, I want to say, the only white chicken I really like. I wonder if that's exactly true, but my initial glance at the concept says, yeah, it's true. And this friend is perfectly comfortable with my abilities. We've worked together. I mean, if anyone has my back, this is a person that has my back. And for him to be discriminated against in this group of not being trustworthy and who wants to deal with white people, it it strikes me that the person who felt this way was the one who abandoned the rest of the group, but who also dates white people. So what what is that about? I think for myself, I I hope that the lesson has illustrated the good points, the points that it's okay to be disabled, it's okay to have my own pace, and I also know I'm incapable of traveling and that I have good judgment and assessments about people. I know this video was a little bit dry. I haven't been doing these just come and talk to the camera videos for a while. I've been writing texts and playing with that or doing file management system stuff. And I think it's kind of good to just get back to talking.